The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast. Chang's here as well. Hi, Chang.
Hello.
Now, Chang, early in the show today, just after 3 o'clock actually, Sharyn was going to make a cup of tea. You were walking around doing a funny Chang walk. We don't really know what you were doing.
I was here.
And Guy and I were in the studio.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think Clint's angry enough right now because I am fuming.
We fielded a phone call from a guy.
A random man who wouldn't give us his name.
He wouldn't give us any information. He said he needed to talk to you in private. So we flipped the phones into record, and this is what we heard. Are you there?
Yes.
So you've just called in because you've got to talk to Chang about a personal matter.
Yes.
What's the personal matter that you need to refer on to Chang?
It's personal.
We'll get him. We'll come in.
Yeah, I'll go and get Chang for you. Hang on.
Chang?
Hello?
Hi?
Hello, it's Chang.
No, I don't fall for that shit.
No, it's me, Chang. It really is.
No, I'll call back in exactly half an hour to speak to Chang.
What's the issue? What do you need to talk
Right
about?
on the dot. It's not an issue, it's just helpfulness.
Right here, I need to... What? It's me, Chang.
Hey, sorry about that, bro. We'll have
Okay.
Chang back soon.
I'm very stingy.
I will call at 3:35 for Chang.
Good luck.
What?
My favourite thing about that is that I gave up the gag. I was like, sorry, mate, we'll get Chang. Clint, you kept on going with the Chang voice, like trying to commit.
Yeah.
You backed yourself, and that's the main thing.
Chang, who the hell's that guy and what does he want?
Yo, ask the important questions, boys.
Well, you'll hear it on the podcast. I whispered something during one of the breaks.
You whispered, I want some raisins. Don't put that in the podcast. It was the worst bit of the show.
Because the night show dared me to do a Chinese whisper. So somewhere in the show, I have to whisper something. And yesterday's phrase was, "Can I have some raisins?"
Amazing. So, why was this mysterious man calling you up? What was the reason
Just
for
to
him?
remind me to do it on the show.
Man, that journey was a lot better than the end results. He was so secretive as well. I was genuinely quite... I think he had a death threat or something.
You have no idea. I've been getting like 90 calls today to remind me to do it on the show.
You know what? Stuff it. We've got way cooler stuff coming up on the bloody podcast tonight. We've got bloody Jamie McDell coming in and do a cover of Nico and Vince. We've got bloody Guy being silly with something in his mouth. We've got bloody Clint doing a funny voice, and
I'm looking forward to Clint doing a funny voice. That's going to be good.
I've got a conspiracy theory as well. So enjoy, you good-looking friend.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the edge.
Oh, one of my favourite things to do, especially at the start of a show, is play a game that we like to call What's
In
Guys
Mouth! A relatively simple game where we place something inside Guy's mouth, and then on 0800 The Edge, you have the chance to guess what is in Guy's mouth.
Every week...
Turn your microphone on.
Oh, God.
My mic is on.
No, Chang, what have you done, mate?
Just cut.
Hello.
Come over here, Guy.
Every week you guys insist on doing this stupid game, and every week you need to explain the rules to people who can easily understand the most simple concept of all time.
Well, they don't know how they can win, which is by calling on 0800 The Edge and telling us what's in Guy's mouth. This week, Guy, this may be the hardest thing you've had to keep in your mouth.
This is absolutely disgusting, and I'm probably going to cough it up straight away.
Okay, you think it's disgusting, but people put this in their mouth all the time. Some people can't start their day without some of this in their mouth.
Actually?
Yeah, they have it every morning.
What, just like this, just straight out?
Just stick it straight in their mouth. They rather enjoy it. So while you hate it, some people love having this in their mouth.
Okay, alright, let's do it.
Here we go.
Okay, it's going in the mouth.
This is just going to be a disaster. Alright, here we go. I'm going to vomit.
I hope so.
Can you give me a countdown or something? I'm nervous about doing this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, what is in Guy's mouth is in Guy's mouth. Guy, what's in your mouth?
What's in your mouth? What is it? What's in your mouth?
You right over there, Shaz?
Sharyn, you okay?
Everyone's coughing in the studio.
I got some of what was in Guy's mouth in my mouth.
How did it get from Guy's mouth to your mouth?
We like to share things.
If you've just joined us, we're in the midst of a game of what's
In
Guy's guys. Now, for the first time ever, what was in Guy's mouth was not able to stay in Guy's
I'm
mouth.
retired from this game. I quit.
No, you don't get to quit,
You
mate.
can't quit. You need to go to our Instagram, though, to see the video of Guy with it in his mouth, because it is the most amazing thing to see. Just look up Guy Sharyn Clint on Instagram.
I got chocolate in my mouth to get what was in my mouth out of my mouth.
Are you willing to put what was in your mouth back in your mouth
No.
so that we can finish
No,
what's
screw
in
this
Guy's...
up. You put in your mouth.
I don't want to put it in my mouth.
Put in Chang's mouth.
Oh, yeah, Chang, you organise this. It can go in your mouth.
Do I really have to?
Yeah, well, just put it in your mouth so that we can re-simulate what it was.
Okay, hang on. Let me just get everything ready. Hang on.
Yeah, well, if you're going to do this, mate, I'm glad that you got a bin and stuff for yourself, not Guy. He's made a bloody mess.
Hang on. Ooh. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right.
Open wide.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my mouth now. Hang on.
Put it right in.
Chang, what's in your mouth?
Ah, take the mic away from your mouth, mate. What's in your mouth?
0800 The Edge, what's in Chang's mouth now?
Andy, what do you think?
Black pudding.
Black pudding? No, it is most definitely not that.
Good luck. See ya.
See you later. Thanks for calling. Julia,
Is it an apple crumble?
Julia, what is in Chang's mouth?
Is it salmon?
Salmon. That's actually a really good guess. Is it salmon, Chang?
No.
No, not salmon.
Guy, was it salmon in your mouth?
Definitely not. Okay, that is a shocking guess. Can I just say that?
No,
that
it's
wasn't
a
a
good
good
guess.
Salmon would be yum. You'd be like, yum, salmon.
I don't like salmon. I gag on that.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like what was in your mouth, though.
You
Yeah,
reckon?
he did say
Okay,
lemon.
yeah, okay, good point.
I think it's a really good guess, Julia. Hold the line.
Sorry, Chang still got it in his mouth. We need to hurry this up.
Sarah, what's in Chang's mouth?
Is it a cigarette?
No, most definitely not. Most definitely
Okay.
not that, Sarah.
Well,
Thank you so much for calling.
I did say some people enjoy the taste of this, and some people can't start their day without it. So, cigarette is actually quite a good guess.
Ashley, what do you think?
Is it coffee?
Coffee.
Chang, yell what's in your mouth, mate, and what was in my mouth earlier.
It was a very close guess with coffee, Ash, but no, it was not.
The last guess goes to you, Sid. Sid, do you know what was in Guy's mouth and what is in Chang's mouth?
I'm pretty sure it's cinnamon.
Hey!
Cinnamon!
Tell you what, it's not in their mouth now, Sid. It's all over the. Oh.
It's amazing how the last guess always wins this game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How does that happen?
That is
know how that happens.
very surprising.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the Edge.
Industry super secrets time. I was yarning to a dentist the other day.
Yeah.
Who told me that he reckons his industry super secret is that if people just brushed and flossed correctly, like twice a day, every day for their whole lives,
Yeah.
70% of dentists would be out of work.
Wow.
But in saying that, though, no one's going to... Who can be bothered with that crap, eh?
Flossing twice a day.
I would rather just do my standard floss couple times a week, brush when I remember, and then just pay thousands of dollars in dental charges.
0800 The Edge, what are the secrets to do with your industry for industry super secrets?
Great
Waiting for that
text.
to drop in.
Great text coming through the text machine. I worked for a fire security company. No one realises that in a district or high court, if you set the fire alarm off, all the security doors and cells unlock themselves and pop open.
What?
I can imagine that's true. You can't keep it locked if there's a fire, right?
Yeah.
So all the security just flies open in the event of an alarm.
Wow.
So you'd be able to escape that way.
Yeah, well, that's what they were getting at, Sharyn. Well done, you've cracked the code.
So can you escape from prison just by starting a fire?
Surely there wouldn't be fire alarms where
No, not
prisoners
for
could do
prison.
it.
It said a high court or district court.
Okay. All right, that's a good one.
Okay, I used to work for a... Oh no, this is a joke. I used to work at a toilet paper company, and with all the excess toilet paper we would make them into Kmart t-shirts. Please don't call me. I don't want to talk about it on air.
Okay, that one's not real.
It's in Sarah. Okay, here's a good one. Industry super secret. At tattoo studios, asking for a cheaper price will not in fact get you a better deal. Life hack.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
true.
It gets you
A crappier tattoo?
a less experienced tattooist.
There you
Yeah.
go. Where's the do with Parkinson's? Let's get him on today.
In my experience, if you're getting something permanent on your body, don't try and cheap
It's
out.
not something
don't
you
go for
wanna
the
skim on.
Yeah, don't go for the budget option.
Brad, Brad that I used to do the night show with, him and I got tattoos once. We asked for a cheaper price, and we both ended up having to go get them redone because they were by this old dude who couldn't keep his hands still, and they looked awful. Jake, what's your industry super secret?
Oh, no, I was just ringing up about that fire alarm thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Oh, no, I was just saying it doesn't work in prisons like that.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Did you try it, bro?
Yeah, were you in prison?
I've been a few times.
And you tried to get out with the fire method?
Setting fires, yep, but all they do is the fire comes and you get covered by the sprinklers.
Hey, Jason, what's your industry super secret?
Hey, my super secret is a supermarket chain that I used to work for.
Yeah.
You know the coleslaw that you get in the display case?
Yes.
Know it well.
At the start of the week, we just make like a massive bathtub-sized batch of it out in the chiller out back, and then we just...
I'm backing you up on this, Jason, because I used to also work for a big chain supermarket, and that is exactly what we would do.
Ew.
Do you literally
It's
make...
pretty disgusting. You get like massive bags of like the mayonnaise, and you just mix it all in with your hands. And
Yeah. So what
There you
to make one tub would last like 3 days. You'd get 3 or 4 bags of cabbage, which is all shrink wrapped, and then you get 4 carrots, and then you get 2 sauces. Chuck it all in the tub, and then you get gloves on. But I've seen people do it with their bare hands,
Nah, it tastes...
and they just mix it all up with your hands.
It tastes delicious. It's the handy goodness that kind of gives it its extra flavour.
Handmade deliciousness.
Plus, the bathtub adds a lot of flavour.
Thanks, Jason. Elsie, what's yours?
For beauty therapists, I used to be a beauty therapist, and whenever you ask for an appointment, sometimes they'll say, "Oh no, we're fully booked up," or "I've got another client booked." Well, you should probably ask to check the computer, because a lot of the time they'll say that and they don't actually have anything, because we used to do it to get out of work.
Oh,
So you just do it so that you could sit there on Facebook all day and not have any customers come in?
Yeah, sometimes, especially if it was late night.
oh, fair enough too. It'd be so hard, like massaging people all day.
No, wait. How does your business make money, though?
Okay, sorry, but that's not my problem.
You're the employee and you don't care, right? As long as you're getting paid.
Your industry super secret is that you're terrible at your job.
No, we're good at what we do, but sometimes when we're tired, it's
We're good at what we do when we can be bothered doing it.
Fair enough.
exactly.
Thanks, honey.
Huge call on the text machine. Someone's texted in to say that I work as a teacher, and my industry super secret is that teachers are under a great lot of pressure to write positive reports about the kids. I can't write truthful reports. We get told to change them so they always look positive and reflect well on the school.
Wow. Yeah, because I guess otherwise it looks like you're just not doing a good job with the kid if they're playing up in class.
Well, they weren't doing that in my day. Although they did do the backhanded compliment where they would say something. I'm sure that you two probably got the same thing. Sharyn would do really, really well if she applied herself and wasn't as distracted.
But she doesn't because she's a pain in the ass.
When I was in music class, I remember my teacher just didn't know who I was. And they were like, Guy was wonderful on the clarinet. I never played a clarinet. I never touched a clarinet. I was on the piano all day, baby.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the studio, all the way from North Shore? From the North Shore, the wonderful, the amazing Jamie McDell!
Hey!
Look, there it is. Jamie, thanks for taking some time out of your busy beach surfing schedule to come and hang out with us.
Thanks so much for that introduction as well. I'm not really from the North Shore, but people can think that.
Where are you from?
I'm further up north, Mangawhai.
Of course, I should have got it right. Sorry, my
okay.
mistake, Jamie McDell.
It's
I'm
all
sorry.
right. I've lived lots of places.
She's from the beach, bro. You just say Jamie McDell from the beach. Yeah.
Is that kind of annoying? Because do you know what? One of the first things I thought when I saw you today, apart from music awards, this is the first time I've seen you wear pants, because usually you've got your little denim cut-offs
I'm
on.
all into pants nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cold.
You've changed. You've
It's
changed.
The freezing cold winter, probably, yeah.
So what is the new album going to be like? Because you've got a new song that we're going to listen to in a second.
Yeah,
Is it still beachy, like guitar sound, or are you stepping it up
I
and
find
doing
it-
something different?
It's
or?
not a dance album?
No, it's certainly not a dance album.
How much dubstep is on the album?
Absolutely none.
Will you have any songs that we can take you out and put a goat in?
yeah.
Because everybody's doing that now.
Hey, I don't know.
You've got your guitar here as well, Jamie.
Yes.
So we were wondering if you wanted to take part in our special cover challenge.
It's called the Guy, Sharyn, Clint Yet to Be Titled Cover Challenge.
No, it's just called the Guy, Sharyn and Clint Cover Challenge.
It doesn't have a title yet, though, so it's a Yet to Be Titled Cover Challenge.
But it's like when people call their songs untitled. It's like this big mystery.
Yeah, a bit like that. What we're going to do...
It has a title. It's so ridiculous.
Although no one's hanging out for what this cover challenge is going to be called. But Ed Sheeran's done it. Ginny Blackmore's done it. We've had everyone do it, and we're so privileged to have you coming and giving it a crack. Pick an Ed song to play. What would you like to tackle today?
Am I Wrong? Is it Nico and Vince?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
Wonderful. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah,
Jamie McDell?
Go, Jamie.
All right, when
Go
you're
away
ready.
with your cover challenge.
Doing Nico and Vin's Am I Wrong live in studio. This is Jamie McDell.
Okay, it's quite chill.
Okay.
So just like, you know, like...
Really? Are you doing something a bit chilled out?
And then, like, enjoy it. Okay. Am I wrong for thinking out the box from where I stay? Am I wrong for saying that I choose another way? And I ain't trying to do what everybody else doing, just 'cause everybody's doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I call home. So am I wrong for thinking that we do something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? But that's just how I feel. Ooh, that's just how I feel. Ooh, that's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. Am I tripping for having a vision? My prediction, I'ma be on top of the world. Walk and don't look back. Always do what you decide. Don't let them control your life. That's just how I feel. Whoa, fight for yours and don't let go. Don't let them compare you, no. Don't worry, you're not alone. That's just how I feel. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Oh yeah. Whoa. And am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? Oh yeah. And that's just how I feel. Ooh, that's just how I feel. Ooh, that's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. And if you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. If you tell me I'm wrong, so am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? So am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? But that's just how I feel. Ooh, that's just how I feel. Ooh, that's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie McDell doing the Guy, Sharyn and Clint Yet to Be Named cover challenge, doing Nico and Vince. You nailed that.
Thanks, guys.
That was awesome.
I'm so sorry if you could hear me giggling, because during your performance, Guy zoned out, had his eyes shut, and he was doing a dance
Every
with
time.
he was doing a dance with his head, and that's how we know if we've got a good performer in the studio, is that he will zone out completely.
Guy, where do you go during those songs?
To a special place next to a beach where we're saving the Maui dolphin. That was really beautiful, Jamie. Thank you so much. I had
I'm
a lot of
really
fun.
glad that, that's where you go. why, guy.
Jamie's brand new single, Dumb, is coming out on iTunes. I think it's going to be out tomorrow on iTunes. You can get a copy of that. We're going to get that cover of Nico and Vin's up at theedge.co.nz as well. It'll be on our podcast. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you guys very much for your support.
All right.
Jamie McDell, ladies and gentlemen!
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
We have been hooking people up with a zero.
It's one of the things we've been doing.
That is very Broadway of you.
That was one of those moments I wish in my career I could take back. I wish
That
it
was
hadn't
great.
happened. Because I thought it sounded way better in my head.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks to BNZ's low-rate MasterCard, we've been hooking people up with some extra zeros in their life when they need them. Yvette, you...
Oh, no, she's gone.
She's gone.
Chang, can you get Yvette back on, please?
Back. Now, while we get hold of Yvette again, we are going to listen to her story to see why she needs a zero.
This is what she sent in. I think listening to this is probably every girl's worst nightmare.
The story I'm about to tell is embarrassing as hell. Sounds like a terrible rom-com. All right, I think we could do... Can we do that? Can we do a rom-com? Me and my high school sweetheart, my one and only, had been dating for 6.5 years when he decided we were drifting apart and broke up with me. He pulled all the lines. We want different things. You're too good for me, eh? Blah, 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 blah. To my dismay, I found out early this year that he was engaged to my high school best friend after only 4 months of dating. And of course, I'm invited to the wedding. I'd really love a zero to pick up my game and make myself look hot and not like I spent 2 weeks in my room binging on Tim Tams and watching Vampire Diaries.
Oh, man.
This is fantastic.
We've got Yvette on the phone right now. Yvette, that is the ultimate girl sin.
Yeah, hi. Pretty bad, eh?
I cannot believe this. So how long ago did this happen?
It happened about the start of the year. I was doing some Facebook stalking, and then, of course, they see that they're dating, and, 4 months later, they're engaged.
Yvette, I think a lot of people listening to this now will be wondering why you would even go to the wedding. Like, why are you bothering to go?
For revenge.
Well, I mean, she was my friend, and all my other friends are going, so I'm going to, keep my chin up and, have a good time.
But you legitimately know her husband-to-be better than she does. You were with him for 6.5 years.
Yeah, and all his extended family and his best friends too.
I forgot about them. You'll know the mum, you'll know the dad.
You guys are missing the entire point. Yvette is the only person that's going to be sitting there going, well, I dodged a bullet. She's in for this. She's in for this. I tell you what, Yvette, not only are we here in BNZ here for you, the whole sisterhood is here for you as well. We're going to hook you up with $1,000 to get you ready for that wedding, and you're going to go in there and you're going to be even hotter than the bride.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
No worries. And don't forget, babe, if you want to put the boot really in, make sure you wear a really, really nice white dress.
Yeah, planning on it.
my piece of advice is don't drink too much as well.
Is there any way, just on that, the sisterhood sounds fun. Is there any way Guy and I can get into that sisterhood?
You guys aren't allowed in. It's girls only. Yvette, have an awesome time at the wedding. We're going to send that $1,000 out to you. Hold the line.
Well, thank you so much.
Guy, do you want to start a Misterhood?
You ain't got nothing on our sisterhood.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Bloody Edge.
Yesterday we had Steve-O from Jackassin, and he was here to talk about his comedy shows. He's got one at the Opera House in Wellington tonight, and he had one last night in Auckland. It didn't go very well, and it's kind of made me a bit angry, I guess, because people have been texting us in about it. You may have read about it online, and a reviewer gave us a blow-by-blow of what happened. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? So just suck this one in. Steve-O was doing a show.
Yeah.
And then he noticed a woman in the crowd filming him. And he got really angry that she was filming him because to him, if you're filming his show, it's like going into a museum and stealing something from there, or going to an art gallery and stealing some art.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Would you say that
so
was
funny.
true, Guy?
No, no. I know that comedians do get annoyed if you put their material because they like to do the same jokes over and over again on the internet. But that is hilarious to say it's like going into an art gallery and stealing some art. That is so funny.
Yeah, I can understand where he's coming from, but that's a bit precious, isn't it?
He's being an absolute D-bag.
And this woman was like a massive fan. So Steve-O then made the woman come up on stage
That's
and
rough.
bring the phone so that he could see that she deleted it. So she's totally starstruck.
Is this during the show?
During the show. So at this point, the whole auditorium has gone silent, and Steve-O gets his woman to come on stage, and she gets there, and he goes, "Give me the phone," and she's like, "I didn't bring it, because she's all flustered. This guy she's a massive fan on, it's just made her get on stage."
Yeah.
And so the crowd, like a couple of people that were massive Steve-O fans, because he then said, "Oh, you dumb bee," on stage,
That's
but used
rough.
the real word.
Yeah.
And then they started chanting, "Chuck the phone! Chuck the phone!" They grab her phone, chuck it up the front, hit someone in the back of the head, pick it up, give it to Steve-O. Steve-O grabs this lady's phone, goes through it and deletes everything that has him on it, on her phone.
Yeah.
And then in front of the whole auditorium, kicks her out of the show.
Okay.
It's full on.
Like, I understand it's a bit full on if he didn't, if she was filming, he wasn't happy about it. Did it say on the tickets anywhere that you couldn't film? Did he do a pre-warning beforehand not to film? Because people go to concerts and film that stuff all the time just to capture the memory.
So I often do it kind of jokingly. If someone's filming me, I kind of first of all mock them for making the lamest YouTube video of all time. Who's gonna watch a video of Steve-O on the North Shore of Auckland doing a crappy gag? Who's
Filmed
gonna
on
want
a
to see
cell
that?
phone, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But secondly, it's funny just to take the piss out of them, but in a lighthearted way. And it seems like Steve-O just crossed the line, he went full aggro.
Yeah, well, that poor woman would have been humiliated. I mean, she was probably there with her friend. Also, it's one of those moments. I mean, we've met people in our jobs that we've interviewed, and you've been so excited to interview them, and then you meet them, and they are just horrible people, and it ruins them forever.
I've got a horror story. And I think no one can probably top this. It's similar to Steve-O, where I was in Christchurch doing a gig and this woman wouldn't stop texting, and I joked about it, had fun with her. She wouldn't stop texting. She was right in the front row, and I ran out of things to say that were funny, so I decided to jump off stage, run down there, grab her phone and throw it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's mean.
Yeah. It didn't break it. Well, I thought it was funny. I was like, I told her 5 times to stop doing it.
Yeah.
And it was received quite well. Anyway, thank God, when I got off stage, I was like, oh my God, I can't afford to buy her a new phone. I had a panic attack. Luckily, her phone survived, but turns out it was a woman who was not quite right in the head.
Oh.
And she was just she was texting her dad to tell him that she was watching me on stage. I just found the biggest dickhead in the world.
See,
I had to take her to get a drink and hang out with her because I felt so bad.
and the awkward thing about it is that people at that show last night, we've had quite a few people text us about it today and say how horrible it was.
Yeah.
There were quite a few people that wanted to walk out after her to make sure she was okay, but they were too scared to get up in case they got
singled out.
Singled out as well.
Okay.
Nothing worse than being scared at a comedy
Hey,
gig.
if you go to the show in Wellington tonight, make sure you let us know how it goes.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Guy, what are your thoughts on bromance being added to the Scrabble dictionary?
I hate that word.
Guy, is it real?
Radio stations made that word popular, and it's so annoying.
Why don't you
God,
like the
radio
word
stations are
bromance?
the worst, eh?
They literally are.
Radio stations, we should turn them all off. Get rid of them. And the people that work on them,
I
they're even
agree.
worse.
I bloody agree.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
And you can ask anybody. Go ahead and ask anybody. Yeah, you can ask anybody. Anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the studio for today's AMA, the wonderful, the amazing Dr. Tom Mulholland. Hope that is.
First thing you did was ask me how to say my name, right? So that wasn't too hard to answer.
Did he say it properly?
Yeah, he did. I gave him a bit of coaching. Mulholland.
Mulholland is not a hard name to say.
I
Guy
know.
practiced for about 5 minutes.
I'm very stupid, but I nailed it. That's the main thing. Dr. Tom, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No worries.
You're willing to ask answer any questions that people send through.
Yeah, I'll ask you any question, but I'll answer some too. Yep.
Okay,
All right.
Let's set up first of all what you do and what you've done. You are a doctor in the emergency department?
Yeah, I work at Auckland City Hospital, plus I also work in Greymouth Hospital, Southland and Kaitaia. I work around the country a lot.
Why do you fly around?
Oh, as I like surfing and I like...
I did not expect that. I thought you were a specialist or something. Just go for a surf in Greymouth, do a bit of open heart surgery.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't necessarily. Well, rarely we do open heart surgery in the emergency department, but it does happen.
But definitely does surfing.
Yeah, but I used to live on Waiheke and had my own shares in a plane, so I used to fly to Raglan as a GP, land there and walk over the bridge and do a clinic.
You're like a rock star doctor. Dr. Tom's also in here in a leather jacket at the moment as well, so...
Well, it's cold out there.
For those of you that need to put this in layman's terms and you watch Shortland Street, Dr. Tom is the TK and the Sarah and the Harper.
There you go.
Well, yeah. I'm also Sovereign's Healthy Living Ambassador, so they've got me in here today, so thanks to Sovereign.
Thank you very much, Sovereign.
Very nice of you. We've already got some questions coming through. Stacey, what would you like to ask?
Hi, so every time I go number 2, there's always blood.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Stacey.
I've had a colonoscopy done, and I don't have IBS or anything like that.
Okay.
Stacey, have you just called in to ask to get some free medical advice?
Well, that's what it's about.
Pretty much.
Okay, Stacey, you made it through, so your question's with Dr. Tom.
Well, cool. Hey, Stacey, if you've had a colonoscopy, did they find anything at all?
No. Just there was a little bit of inflammation, but no, nothing.
How long ago was the colonoscopy?
About a year ago.
Wait, what is this crap? Go see, if you're bleeding out your bum, go see a doctor at the GP.
Do you know how expensive it is to go see your doctor at once a month?
How much?
It's expensive.
Just let him answer the question.
You can ask Guy all these questions. Well, okay, Dr. Guy, what do you reckon?
No, just say go see a GP. You need to
I have seen a GP many times, Guy. Many times.
Fair call, right? No, Stacey, look, seriously, there's lots of other people out there that may be wondering about the same thing. So you sound pretty young. If you've had a normal colonoscopy, then it's got, and often we ask people, is it bright red blood or dark blood? So bright red blood normally means it's coming further down the passage, so it might be a fissure or a hemorrhoid or something like that might have come back. So, you know,
they give me cream for that and it goes away, and then next time I go number 2, it happens again. Yeah, and it's not a pleasant feeling either. Like it's something I don't want to do.
Yeah, well, I know, but Guy is right. Like, we can't fix it down the radio.
Thank you.
No. But what I would suggest you do is go back and get an appointment, to go to the hospital, and you can get like a something lower down, like a proctoscopy or a sigmoidoscopy, where they don't go all the way up with the colonoscopy. They just focus on that bottom sort of 3 inches where that sounds like your problem is, and you may have some hemorrhoids. You can get them injected or banded.
Okay, keep the questions coming in. They don't have to be medical
advice. People calling up trying to get him because he can't see the injury. Go see a GP if you've got health problems. We want questions about being a doctor, I think.
Also, it isn't Ask Me Anything, so Stacey had every right to ask that question.
Yeah.
Thank you for your call, Stacey.
So weird. On the edge.
You were caught in a tsunami one time, weren't you?
Yeah, I used to work in... turn my mic on. That's
there
good.
You are.
I used to work in Grudgigan as a surf camp doctor.
Yeah.
And there was a tsunami, 2 o'clock in the morning, 20-foot high came through and smashed us through the jungle, killed about 450 people around us. Yeah. So.
You would have to... That would be the sort of doctoring where you'd have to use anything around you, right? What you could.
Yeah, well, the medical bag was still there, so I was sewing people up, almost had to put in a chest tube. But the difference was when you work in the ED, like you hear it over the ambulance or, you know what's coming, but this, I was actually in the disaster, so you kind of, and there's aftershocks, and it was just like that movie The Impossible, where it was called. It was just pretty accurate the way, and you just got this wall of water smashing you through the jungle, and everything got washed away.
Wow. So in that position, you've just got to step up and go, I'm a doctor, I'm going to help some people.
Well, yeah, I mean, they all knew I was a doctor because I was there as the doctor in the surf camp, so everyone was coming to you and you were sewing people up. And
so you waived all the community service card fees and you just said, look, you guys, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do a couple of these pro bono.
Yeah, although there's no community services cards in Java, mate. There's still shell collectors and people walking around the beach, so...
0800 The Edge, your questions for Dr. Tom.
Someone has actually asked, have you ever had to say, trust me, I'm a doctor?
Yeah, lots of times. Yeah, mostly to my family. Yeah.
Have you ever been in that situation on a plane when they come over and they're like, is there a doctor on board?
Yeah. Sometimes when you check in, you often tell them you're a doctor trying to get an upgrade sometimes. It used to work, but doesn't now. Yeah, no, people will look at your boarding pass because it's got, on your frequent flyer, it's got doctor, so that, the crew will often look and say that. Yeah, I've had a person break their leg on a plane, someone have a heart attack, so yeah. And occasionally you get an upgrade.
Dr. Tom, I've got to ask this because it's coming through the text machine a lot. The Ebola virus, do we have to worry about it?
Well, I think doctors are probably the ones that have to worry about it the most because we're the most likely to catch it because people are coming, to come up. But no, serious question. I think, the authorities need to worry about it at a level to try and contain it. But in terms of, does the average Kiwi in New Zealand have to worry about it? I don't think so. It's actually kind of hard to catch from my understanding and reading of it. Like, it's been around a long time in Africa. It's in apes and fruit bats, I think it comes from. It's not like some new thing that's just come by. But you have to touch the other person and get their muck on you.
What roughly does it do?
Well, it causes bleeding. My understanding, you get this hemorrhagic kind of stuff where you kind of bleed to death a bit. And,
from the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, some more questions on the phones. 0800 The Edge.
Robbie, what do you want to know?
Okay, so I'm originally from South Africa, and I love swimming in rivers and whatnot. And one day I went for a swim, and a week later I started having trouble taking a piss. And I found that a little brown thing came out the end of the tip. And it was after I'd been swimming, and I really want to know about the parasites, if they can, go up there and they can actually die.
Oh.
And just come straight out.
Oh,
are they able to lay eggs or anything like that?
Was that in New Zealand or overseas?
No, that was overseas.
Yeah, whereabouts overseas?
In South Africa.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not an expert on African parasites, but I work in the emergency department. But definitely there are parasites that can get into small places. I'm not saying that yours is small, Robbie, but but you can, there definitely are. But if you're, there's a guy, Dr. Mark Shaw. He's an expert, worldwide travellers. So your next question would be, are there any more of these things up there? If that's what it was, but
yeah,
you want to try and if you get a sample and send it off to the lab. But yeah, Dr. Mark Shaw, he's at Worldwise in Auckland, and he runs clinics around the country. The other guys to speak to about that, or go to an STD clinic.
It's a great answer. Tyler, what's your question? Tyler? No, Tyler. Annie, what's your question?
Hi, Doctor. What is the most gruesome injury that you've come across in the emergency ward?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I like that.
The most gruesome?
Is it anything like people being part tree, like they've had on Grey's Anatomy?
Probably one of the first ones I saw when I was on my own as a first-year doctor sticks in your mind. It was a cyclist who was at speed and early hours of the morning, and I was the only doctor on, just straight out of med school, and he went into a bridge and kind of split his kind of head in two. That was, and I was on, and like, what do you do, so. He survived and everything, but it was, that was pretty gruesome.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen in an X-ray?
Oh, well, actually, when I worked in San Francisco General Hospital, it wasn't about weird, but just the amount of people that are coming in with a cough, or in those days, HIV was really rampant when I was working in San Francisco General, and about one in 50 people had a bullet in them. That they didn't come in with a bullet, so you'd be reporting on a chest X-ray, and you go, an incidental note is made of a radiopaque foreign body in the left intercostal space.
Wow,
most likely a bullet. So people get shot up and they don't come in with that. They come in for a cough and you notice, did you know you got a bullet in your chest?
No wonder you can't breathe properly. Big thank you to Sovereign as well for organising Dr. Tom to come in today. We're going to hit the phones on 0800 The Edge. Dolly, what would you like to ask?
Hi, Dr. Tom. I want to ask, while working on emergency, have you ever had any drunkards or anyone come in, abuse you or assault you, or have you had to save someone who was being assaulted in emergency?
Yeah, like most weeks, I work every Friday night at Auckland Hospital, and people come in either intoxicated or they're mad. Else got psychotic problems. So yeah, definitely, I've been doing it 25 years, and hundreds of times people abuse you or spit at you or or get aggro.
Do the drunk people that you see on a regular basis make you want to stop drinking?
Definitely, yep.
Yeah.
Definitely, yep,
Do you drink?
Yeah, but not like that.
No, not like that.
not anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Would you see more people coming through ED with binge drinking or with taking drugs?
Oh, definitely with alcohol, binge drinking, and it's not just binge drinking. It's there's a lot of people that are drinking first thing in the morning. So you can turn up at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning, and there's alcoholics in there, and it's pretty sad. Lots of famous people there that or have been famous, and they've got serious drinking problems in their livers, and they live on their own, and they're coming in and out, bouncing out. You can see the same person sometimes 5 days in a row.
Oh man,
is it getting better or worse in New Zealand?
I think it's probably got a little bit better in the last little while, but it's just it was really bad for a while there. But I think the new laws are making things a little bit easier for us. But
and guys' billboards are helping.
My billboards are doing the big things.
It's like working in a public bar some nights.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Amber, welcome to the show. We've got an AMA right now. What is your question?
What is the most embarrassing thing you've come across in your career?
Most embarrassing thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, nothing's really embarrassing for us because we've seen so many things and we say to people, but I guess it was more silly, but some guy got a fire, a skyrocket thing and put it between the clefts of his buttocks and lit it.
Thanks for that, jackass.
Roman candle thing, and and it didn't go well for him, and he had, once again he was intoxicated, and he was a nice guy, and I said, mate, would you have done this if he was drunk? He said, well, probably not, but he had he had a big crater there, and I think that was pretty. It hurt, and that was pretty embarrassing.
There must have been a lot of people around the time that Jackass was really big, with a whole lot of injuries like that. Tracy, what's your question?
Hi, I've just got this funny problem. I was hoping you could enlighten me. When I bend over or turn to the side or stretch to the side or anything, it's like my inside organs fold over each other. I can feel them, and they really cramp up, and I can't move.
Whoa.
And then I have to slowly release myself back to normal position, and then it kind of pops open and comes to. It's really weird, and it hurts. Wondering if you knew what that was.
Well, like our internal organs are kind of designed to slide over each other, and they're pretty slippery, like your bowel and stuff. So I'd be thinking something more in your back, or like a muscle spasm, or maybe a hernia. Sometimes if something gets caught, like a hernia is just a weakness in the muscle wall where some of your internal organs can get caught through that little bit of muscle and get trapped, and then when you straighten up, it can pop out again. So,
would you recommend she sees a GP about that, or has she seen it?
Well, it depends on how often it's happening, and what sort of level of disability you're getting with it and all your bowels. But yeah, if it's bothering you, go and see someone. It's going to be a hard thing to try and work out.
I've got fast 5 questions for you, so just wang these off. Dr. Tom, based on
these off.
But based on a popular Reddit thread, what's something that you've had to tell a patient that you thought was common knowledge?
Oh, just like you've drunk quite a bit of alcohol, and they go, how much have you had to drink? They go, not much, and they'll 10 tequilas, 4 wines, 4 beers, or whatever. And I'm going, mate, that's a lot of alcohol. And they look at you seriously, and they go, nah, bro, I was just warming up. So,
yeah.
Russell from Kaipoi, have you had someone waking up in the middle of surgery?
No.
Have you ever seen botflies or tapeworm in someone?
No.
Do you watch medical shows like Grey's Anatomy or Scrubs or House, and are they accurate at all?
No, never watched them. One time when I was a young doctor, I was watching St. Elsewhere. That shows you how old I am, and I thought, and in my dinner break in the ED, and I thought, why am I on my dinner break watching a hospital show? So I just listen to the radio and the Edge. Why do you need to watch TV?
Yeah,
good answer.
Good answer. We're gonna. Oh no, she's gone now. I was gonna say we could last question to someone else, but
that's Dr. Tom. Thank you so much for coming in, mate. It's
no worries.
Always informative to hear from someone in a job like yours.
And by the way, all the people who are texting with medical problems and stuff like that, we can't answer them over a pop music radio station. So go see a GP or a medical professional, or there's health lines that you can get proper medical advice from, not the Edge.
And we hope that you feel better soon.
There you go, Dr. Tom. Thank you very much for coming in.
Dr. Tom.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
It is our second last day of giving away money thanks to Ben's and Slow Rate Must. That wasn't better either.
No, you did this last time and you regretted it.
I actually thought that was really good.
I'm trying to mix it up so I don't say the same thing every time. All right.
I like that you're trying.
We're giving people a zero, all thanks to BNZ and their low-rate MasterCard, and Gemma potentially is one of these people. Welcome to the show, Gemma.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thank you. And how are you?
I'm brilliant, thank you.
Well, what if we give you a prize? Now we have to figure out what's better than brilliant.
Fabulous.
You think about that while we play your story, Gemma.
Okay.
So, me and my partner are buying our first house together. It would be amazing to get the BNZ Zero so we could afford to buy the Super King workbench to go in the master bedroom. At the moment, we're sleeping on a really squeaky bed that the rest of the household really doesn't need to hear. Imagine the good night's sleep we will get and the rest of the house. Thanks heaps. It would be absolutely amazing to receive the BNZ Zero. It would be a massive help.
Okay, Gemma, there is not enough details in that letter. You've got to elaborate a little bit. Are you getting complaints from other rooms in the house?
No.
I feel like that's a yes. So this is an emergency situation, right? Every time you want to let's get it on, it's ricocheting around to everyone else. Who else is in the flat with you? Who else is in the house?
A couple of other guys.
Okay.
Yeah. You're very sheepish, Gemma.
Well, you know what, Gemma? The other guys in the house are probably like, yeah, go, buddy. But there is nothing worse, especially when you're a girl and we find it hard to turn our brains off. If you're trying to be all romantic and it's like, let's get it on, bound, chicken, wow. It doesn't work out for us.
Pretty much what it's like.
So what we're going to do, Gemma, we are going to send you out a BNZ low-rate MasterCard and we're going to put $400 in it to go award your new playground/bed.
Wow, thank you so much.
No worries.
Get a
Thank you
waterbed.
so much for entering.
Get a waterbed.
It'll be worse.
It'll be all sloshy and it'll be awesome.
It'll be like,
One more lot of money tomorrow. If you want it, tell us at theedge.co.nz.
Guys, Sharyn and Clint's Edge.
This Sunday is the cinematic moment of the year when New Zealand plays probably the best movie we've ever made. The movie, the story of Stephen the Beaver Donald and his quest for greatness on the rugby field.
Yeah.
The 2011 Rugby World Cup.
I'm excited about this because for me it's the greatest moment of my whole life.
I'm excited about this because they made a movie about the dude who played in a crop top in the Rugby World Cup final. It's awesome.
For 3 minutes. The hero of the whole World Cup. People are going to love and hate this. They're going to automatically be weirded out by whether the players look more enough like the person they're trying to play, that sort of thing.
I reckon it's going to be the train wreck television of the year.
I'm going to have real trouble separating the guy that's playing Dan Carter from being the bad guy Nate on Shortland Street. Too much. I'm just going to be waiting for him to be doing a scam on someone.
It's Sunday night on TV1. They've just released the trailer and we've got it. We've got it here.
Have a listen.
Introducing the story of a man destined for greatness.
Well, not really destined for greatness, but he was available for rugby.
In a world where rugby was like religion and their Jesus had just died on the cross.
Hi guys, I'm Dan Carter. My leg is broken. Don't film this. If you do film it, change the angle so you can get my undies in the shot.
Dan Carter didn't break his leg, though.
What'd he break?
His groin.
Oh, sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
And then backup Jesus too.
I've got this, boys. My leg is broken too. By the way, I'm Aaron Cruden. The VO guy didn't do a good job of setting the storyline up.
Sorry about that. Aaron Cruden got injured too.
I got injured too.
No one cares, Colin Slade. There was only one man for the job.
Graham Henry, what should we do? There's no one left.
What about Stephen Donald?
No, anyone but him. No!
He came from nowhere.
No, I came from the Waikato.
He came from as close to nowhere as physically possible.
It's a place called Waiuku.
No one really gave a damn where he was from.
My mum gave a damn.
Can you shut the up? I'm trying to tell a story.
Sorry about that.
He overcame great odds.
I think that man's wearing a crop top.
Is that Stephen Donald? Surely not. I thought he was dead.
He was, but he came back half man, half RoboCop.
That didn't happen.
Oh, no, sorry. I just thought I'd spice things up a bit. It was really starting to drag on. The story of a man for whom one first name wasn't enough. Coming this Sunday to TV1. The Kick. The Stephen Donald story. You already know how it ends, but you'll watch it anyway just to see how much the actors look like the real people. Plus, they might do a Sonny Bill Williams topless scene.
Wow.
Sounds pretty good.
I'm speechless. That sounds amazing.
Now I'm actually torn on whether to watch that or X Factor on TV3.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
The Edge, Guy, Sharyn, and Clint.
Wait a minute, what
That's
are we
Miley.
waiting for? Honestly, that whole song, Miley's like, wait a minute, what the frick am I waiting for? I've been waiting for 3 minutes.
Can I have some raisins?
What?
Chang, what?
Can I have some raisins?
Why
What
did
is
you
that
say, can I
about?
have some raisins?
Who made you say that?
You'll hear about it on the night show tonight.
Scandal.
Good producing, Chang. Thank you for contributing to the show today.
You got mental problems, mate.
Thanks for coming. Now go back into the little box that you came from.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
I need some spooky music for my spooky conspiracy theory. Thank you. That is perfect. Okay, so everybody has been hearing non-stop these over-the-top, ridiculous, annoying stories about Beyonce and Jay-Z getting divorced. Jay-Z cheated on her, that's why Solange beat him up in the elevator, blah, 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 blah. I was thinking about this morning because I was like, if they're staying at 2 separate hotels, would we not see photographs of them going to the 2 said hotels? Paparazzi, especially in LA, are relentless. They would be on the footpath taking these photos. So then my thought was, let's look back at the timeline, and it all fell in together for me. So, a couple of months ago in Scandal, I told you guys that story about how the Beyonce and Jay-Z On the Run tour was not selling at all.
Yes, you did, I remember.
They thought it would sell out straight away, and it was not selling as well as what they thought it would. So, that was all over the internet. Literally a couple of weeks later, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Solange, elevator fight. Elevator fight happens. All the stories, media's going mental. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? 3 days later, Solange releases a collaboration with an artist. Suddenly people care about what Solange is doing with music. Oh my god, it's getting too crazy with this conspiracy theory. Then, Beyonce and Jay-Z's On the Run tour suddenly starts almost selling out. Still isn't completely sold out, but skyrocketed in sales. And now, she still needs to sell a few extra tickets for the last remaining shows, including the one that is going to be televised. And she last night cries on stage during a song called Resentment, which is usually about, well, when it was written, was about her dad cheating, not Jay-Z cheating, but she's trying to make it look like it's about Jay-Z cheating. So all I'm saying is, sounds like somebody started up a drama to sell out their massive tour to make more money for their family.
Wow. I've just got to wait. I've just got to move off the edge of my seat because I was locked in to a bloody roller coaster there. Shaz Dog has gone inside the Matrix and uncovered a conspiracy theory.
It's just a conspiracy theory.
As far as theories go, Shaz Dog, this is pretty good. This is better than the loony ones you hear about the moon landing and the bloody September 11. So I really enjoyed that. That was good.
It's just a thought that I had today. I was like, hang on. I was like, why is she not saying anything? And why is she just posting? I don't know. It's just something that I thought.
Send it direct to Perez Hilton.
You already have, haven't you?
I already did. Him and I talk in emails sometimes. And I just said, what do you think, guys? This is what I'm kind of thinking. He hasn't replied, so maybe I've ruined it.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
We have got a little bit of a secret weapon up our hands.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, not up our hands. Up our what's it called on the shirt?
Sleeve. Yeah.
Sorry, I sometimes struggle to make my brain work.
The secret weapon's in my pocket, not up my sleeve.
Wait, this is sounding weird, alright? Okay, just to clarify, it's not like a weird sex thing, it's like a phone, basically.
Yeah.
We're trying to promote the Edge TV, right?
Yes.
Clint has a new fancy pants smartphone from a space station or something like that.
Yeah.
And he has an app on it, which means that he can tune TVs.
Yeah.
Any TV.
I found this app on there, and it came built into it's the new Samsung phone. It's built in there. It can control any TV in the world. So if you go somewhere and they're not watching the channel that you want to watch, you can change the channel. Let's try it. See that TV out there?
Yeah.
The one that's playing the Edge TV. I know it's blasphemy to change the Edge TV, but...
Wow.
There you go. Now it's on Prime.
We've actually...
Quick, put it back. We need the ratings.
This is like a superpower.
Yeah.
And especially because we've just launched the Edge TV. So we've been kind of going places with Clint, and if we go somewhere and they're playing a crappy music channel that isn't the Edge TV, then we just get
No shade.
No shade.
No shade.
We get out the magic device and we secretly change the channel to the Edge
Now,
TV.
this is good. I feel cool doing it and showing off to people.
Well, you are
However,
cool.
in the wrong hands, this technology is extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. The All Black season is about to start.
Yeah.
I, with this phone, can go to a bar, order a beer, sit at the table, and just before the All Blacks are about to score a try,
change the channel.
I can turn the TV off.
I actually did that once,
That would
and
be
I
funny.
almost got stabbed.
I know, but no one would know that I'm doing it because it would just look like I'm sending a text because this isn't a remote, it's a cell phone.
And also, when you used to fight over the remote when you were living at home with your family, and you'd all be like, "Give me the remote!
Yeah.
Just give me the remote!"
No matter what
Now
it
you
is,
can all just fight all
I've
the
got
time.
the remote now for everything. I feel. You remember that Adam Sandler movie, Click, where he controlled the world with that remote control, and then he got to be an old man and he infinitely regretted it because he missed all the good parts of life. I'm worried that I'm going to become that guy. But in the meantime, I do wield all of the power.
You've got a lot of power in your pocket, mate.
Do you have a Guy Williams mute button on that remote?
Oh, let me try. Hang on a second. If I push this,
Okay.
wow.
It did your mic.
Yeah. Hang on, we'll try it again.
Hang on.
Unmute.
Hello.
Hey, he's back.
Clint, next time you want to try and do that joke, don't hit the button so hard on the desk.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the Edge.
There you go. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks, friends.
That was possibly our longest ever podcast. New records. Hurrah!
Quantity over quality. Hoorah!
If it wasn't our longest ever podcast, okay, what we're going to have to do is just talk out this end bit to make it the longest ever podcast.
If we talk extra
I know how to do
slowly.
it. No, I know how to do it.
Yeah.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and
Thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody!
Some people started singing and not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because.
The Guy, Sharyn, and Clint podcast.